I'm a bit late to the party for Delicious and Dungeon, but after a few episodes I got pretty hooked on it and I binged the whole thing. For all the buzz that I heard about the show while it was still airing, I thought it was just a shallow seasonal show that only got like a second season if the first one managed to squeeze out some crazy ratings. But it turns out I was way off the mark because Delicious and Dungeon only looks that way on the surface. Like, the core aspect of the show is borderline slice of life, but every now and again there's these moments that are way darker than what it appears on the surface. The show is quick to remind you what's truly at stake for the characters, and the ultimate showcase of how dangerous the situation is presents itself with the return of Falin. So to recap the show up to this point, our main characters are on a mission to rescue Falin, a fallen member of their party who sacrificed herself to ensure the remaining party's safety. The dungeon itself has its own rules for death and reincarnation, so they're on a strict timeline to save her before the window is shut for good. We're treated to flashbacks from the previous party members that shed light on who Falin was prior to the events of the start of the show, and she's portrayed as a pure-hearted soul, almost like an angel sent down to earth. Without spoiling exactly what happens, the party eventually does achieve their goal, but the victory is short-lived, as Falin disappears yet again under mysterious circumstances. It's only 4 episodes later that she reappears, but this time, things have gone terribly wrong. With the exception of a few tense moments in some earlier episodes, the show itself maintained a lighthearted tone until Falin's abrupt return. As we begin the pan over of the creature on the rooftops, we're greeted with the characteristics that we recognize from the red dragon that was previously slain a few episodes ago. But then we're assaulted with the image of Falin, now wide-eyed and bloodstained at the wrists and neck. The introduction is punctuated by the juxtaposition of the effortless killing of one of Shiro's vassals against Falin's graceful landing in an almost angelic pose. The moment is jarring not just for the characters in the show, but us as the audience as well. It's worth pointing out that this chimera version of Falin is clearly more monster than human. Her pupils are distinctly reptilian, which suggests that the red dragon is in control for the majority of this encounter. This would also give an explanation to her behavior while attacking and killing the party members. For most of this fight, her facial expressions are blank and emotionless, only changing through pain and anger for being harmed or intrigue when facing the Undyne or Kuro. What's truly terrifying is how cunning Chimera Falin is in this scene. For the brief window that she is incapacitated by Ren, the red dragon is clever enough to let the real Falin take over just long enough to stun Laos before he can make a killing blow. If you take a close look at her eyes during this scene, they're no longer reptilian. It's a chilling scene in its own right, and the carnage continues even past that point as Falin makes short work of the rest of the party members. What I found interesting now is that none of the original party members were harmed throughout the entire ordeal, which suggests that Falin still had some degree of control over the Red Dragon's actions. As the remaining survivors of the group of party members are huddled together in fear of what's to come, Chimera Falin suddenly departs in a frenzy just as quickly as she initially appeared. This scene was a breakout moment for the show that went pretty viral when it first released, mainly due to the one comedic reaction to Chimera Falin ripping open her shirt. I can't even lie that was also what put the show on my radar in the first place. But watching this show leading up to episode 17 and going into this scene with full context was truly heartbreaking, and it showcases just how tragic Falin is as a character.